Welcome
to
Phantom
Power
Hour
Podcast.
I'm
Josh.
and
I'm
Jeremy. That worked.
Hey, welcome back.
Welcome home.
Oh, home is where the Josh and Jeremy are.
Home is where
Isn't
the
that the saying?
podcast is. Yeah.
Oh,
How have you been?
I've been good actually. We've had 2 nice days of weather so far.
Yeah, and allergies are back.
Allergies are back, but so is that natural vitamin D. You know,
Your boys got the sniffles, is what I'm saying.
little congestion. Yeah,
I'm even on prescription Zyrtec.
I legit stopped taking it.
Why?
For all of high school and part of college, I was prescribed Zyrtec, and then I tried Claritin, and it did help me. But some of the side effects are like hormonal imbalances or something. And for me, it would make me a very sad boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I've just been on it in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. I'll still take over the counter. I think Claritin's over the counter now. I'll take some of that or like a non-drowsy Benadryl if it's really hitting me.
Yeah.
But my mom says I just need to drink some local honey.
For vitamin D?
No, for allergies.
Oh, yeah, I have heard that.
Mm-hmm.
I would know. Welcome to Holistic Hour. Homeopathy. There, I did it.
Homeopathy.
Homeopathy.
This is one heck of an intro. Do I need to share this note with you? Probably, if you even care.
No, you can just run me through it. I trust you.
Well, I shared it anyway. Before we hop too deep into the different topics that we may or may not cover today, as of release for this one, there I believe maybe a week left, a handful of days left on a UA sale.
Oh.
They're running 40% off a bunch of their pedals.
Pedals?
Yeah. Which is exciting for me. I like pedals, but the 1176, the Orion Tape Echo, the LA2A, the Heavenly Plate Reverb, Flow Tremolo, Evermore Reverb, Brigade, Chorus, and Vibrato, all of those are $99 right now.
The pedals are?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
I can pull this up here. If you're interested in that, you don't have to, but there is a affiliate link in the description for Sweetwater. You can hit that, head over there, and snag some of those while the sales are still going. Or go through any other website if you want to. That's fine. I won't be mad. Just a little hurt and disappointed is all.
Dude, I've been like living under a rock because this whole week, it's every single day, the last 9 days up till yesterday, has been just working on the new mix room, which is why there's wood back here because those are traps pre-cut. I just got to put them together.
It's a trap.
Ooh, that could be a podcast. We could build one.
We could. I was just referencing the Star Wars meme, but
I know, yeah.
I was concerned how you would think that an entire episode could be filled with one meme, but yeah. So all these pedals, $100. There are other sales that.
Do they have are there amps on there too? The is that their 5150?
I think the Lion.
That's the Marshall.
That's the Marshall. The 5150, is that the
red one? Knuckles is the Mesa.
Yeah.
And then
Ruby is there.
Is that the 5150?
I don't know. It's $50 off. They probably don't specifically say what it's like, do they?
Yeah, they probably don't. 90s, 92. That's a 50. That's got to be a 5150.
An iconic 120 watt tube head.
That's a 5150. I had a 50-51.
But yeah,
sure.
Bunch of stuff. You can go get those.
So it's the little guys. Okay.
Yeah. Like the 1176 I said, and then LA2A.
Man.
Their Flow, Heavenly Plate Reverb, Orion Tape Echo, the Brigade. Evermore.
I mean, if you can get over the fact you're basically buying plugins.
Yeah, that's true.
But they're good algos.
If it sounds good, it sounds good, though.
They're good algos.
Yeah. Outside of some sales, we have a handful of topics that we may or may not cover. We'll see. We're trying to, if you watch, we're flying by the seat of our pants. And
I'm not even wearing pants. How would you know?
That's true. He's not. I wanted to talk to you, Jeremy, about the Audiometers Omnibus 3 new kind of add-on, the mini bus that they're doing now. Kind of just a PSA for the Native Instruments hardware partner program. You can get some free stuff if you have one of these many different MIDI controllers. We'll talk about that. Apple is introducing some new features. If they're important, who knows? If you're going to like it, who knows? It might be cool. It might be bogus. Spotify cracked down on cracked apps, and there is some speculation going into that decision. YouTube Music hit 125 million subscribers. Ooh. Could be a change that is a coming. Might not be. And then Suno admitted allegedly to training AI on copywritten music, but Amazon is still adding Suno to Alexa Plus. Direct integration. Fun fact, I was going to wait until we get into that topic, but did you know Timbaland is Suno's strategic advisor?
Yeah. He's all over their stuff, and for some reason his tracks sound incredible. Like nobody can do as good as him on there. I'm like, I don't understand what he's doing, or if he has access to more tools than the rest of us have.
I have no idea. And then lastly of the lastlies, this might be a big or tiny chunk of today. Who knows? Bob Horn, the man himself, says that Pro Tools meters affect the sound of your mix. So we'll get into some of those things, but
cool, buddy.
You were pulling up the Omnibus thing earlier.
I did pull up Omnibus. I also pulled up how many subscribers Spotify has, and that is...
I already looked that up, right?
Very interesting.
It is interesting. Yeah.
It is not the spread that most people think.
No. Did you see...
Things are changing.
There's the total number of monthly active users and then the number of subscribed users.
Oh, I didn't see that. I saw paying subscribers is 263 million as of Q4 2024. And it's been trending downwards.
Yeah. So they have 675 million monthly active users, including the premium users.
How many?
600 and where'd it go? 675. Wow. But that includes the premium members, right? Yeah. YouTube Music can only be accessed by, well, this is what it's saying, subscribers. So essentially the premium users.
I mean, you could still go to YouTube and listen to music, but you're going to get ads.
Yes. But
YouTube Music as an app, it comes with YouTube Premium. So it's like, you're not even directly paying for YouTube Premium Music?
I think you can.
Can you?
I think it's an option, but I don't know why you would if you could get YouTube Premium.
Just YouTube Premium is cheaper than Spotify.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if this is a legacy thing. I've had YouTube Premium, I think, for maybe 2 years now. I don't know. I don't remember how I made it happen. I have multiple different Gmail accounts. All of them have premium, and I only pay for one premium account. I don't know if I linked them together in some way. I'm not saying you should go and abuse that system.
I don't.
But
because I have a couple accounts in mine. All of mine are not. That's interesting.
Yeah.
You sure you're not paying for a bunch?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And it might be because Kara and I do have the partner plan. So I pay for it. She gets it. So maybe it's just if I make more and more accounts, at some point I'll lose it.
If your household gets, what is it?
Like
up
5 or something.
I think it's 5 or 7.
Yeah.
Continuous.
So that might be it. I don't know. But I was going to get that.
It's a deal.
Program for both of us anyway. My point in all that, Spotify, YouTube, 125 million paying subscribers to YouTube Music. They are essentially right around half the premium members of Spotify, which is crazy to think about.
Round of applause. Yeah. Spotify sucks. Get off of it.
Yep.
Please don't sue us. That's my opinion.
It's been trending up too. YouTube has been adding 2 million subscribers per month over the past year.
How many is Spotify losing? It's losing between 5 and 7% per month.
That's pretty drastic.
That's drastic.
I also wonder, so another one of these topics here.
We're talking millions. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Spotify cracked down on cracked apps. So there were some third-party kind of pirated cracked versions of Spotify giving users the access to premium features for free or for a low one-time cost of buying that cracked app. So Spotify just rolled out a fix essentially for that to block all those. Anybody that was using one of those, now when they log in, it asks them to sign up for a premium account, essentially. So I wonder if any of those numbers are represented in that, because I would imagine on the Spotify end, they would see those. Yeah, they would see those as premium users, even though the books wouldn't line up.
Premium
users.
Premium.
That is interesting in and of itself. I didn't even realize that was something that was out there, like a third-party Spotify app that would kind of inject itself into the premium side. But there's more to that though. They not only block that, which I get, love Spotify, hate Spotify. It's a business model. I understand that you can only go so long allowing people to kind of use the system that way, skirt around the system. Skirt. But they also changed a lot of the third-party developer ecosystem. So third-party developers can no longer access a bunch of data, recommendations, related artists, features, playlists, category playlists, audio features, audio analysis, or 30-second preview URLs. Spotify's justification is like any tech company. They aim to create a more secure kind of environment.
So they're cracking down. So like if you go to DistroKid now, so can you not do the preview? Is that what I'm saying? Like it's 30-second preview URLs, like those are no longer
accessible for third-party developers trying to access Spotify.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the days of pre-save this link, put this on Facebook via whatever your distribution method is gone.
It's interesting. So I hadn't even thought about that. I have a question / potential point to make on that. But before I forget, they say that that's to make it a more secure platform. A lot of people are speculating that that's actually Spotify putting up as many barriers as they can to prevent AI scraping the platform, which makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, you could just buy your AI premium membership.
That's exactly what I was thinking. And it also makes me wonder what other kind of stuff, knowing what we know about their kind of fraudulent playlisting, their use, alleged use, I guess, of royalty-free tracks getting injected into playlists and stuff. You've got to, if they're doing that, I would have to believe that they're running an AI song farm to just do all that and then have the rights to it and then collect royalties, right? So I wonder if there's more behind the scenes happening that is kind of fueling that fire of making all those changes.
Actually, speaking of AI, and not to get off track already, but like I love to play with Suno.
Mm-hmm.
Suno is getting worse. It's very noticeably getting worse.
Is it Timbaland's fault?
No, well, V4 came out and it was like, this is incredible. Like this is the stuff it can do in the creativity. But now there's so much AI stuff out there, and whatever it's scraping,
it's just like,
dude, everything sounds the same. Like it's very quickly becoming awful.
It's becoming top 50 pop.
It's really interesting. It's like a snake eating its own tail type of thing.
Yeah.
Like
it's human centipeding itself.
Yeah, even when you try to push the prompt into a different area, now it's like, no, I'm going to stay here because this is what all AI songs sound like.
Oh, no. Interesting, though.
It's wild. Like, I like to mess with it to see what's possible so then you can identify it, right? But it's not good right now.
Can you still access a previous version?
I can access, like, previous songs.
Right, but
But like regardless of what version I'm using, like it's still using the same
like data
data pool.
Yeah.
It's just different algos to like create it, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, playing with it, like the lyrics are crap. Like it's not going outside the box with stuff because it's like you can hear what is this? There's one phrase in like most like something like starlight and city lights. Like it'll say something about lights, typically in the first verse. Then it's like this is obviously AI. Like
Yeah. Huh.
Anyway.
Well, before I forget, we were talking about how blocking 30-second preview URLs to Spotify might kill the pre-save kind of stuff. So on my way here, as I usually do, I'm going through YouTube Music's new releases, thinking about record recs, just trying to listen to new music. I don't have a lot of dedicated time to listen to music. So coming up here is one of those times.
Yeah.
I noticed Under Oath had released 3 new tracks, and I was stoked. I grew up listening to a bunch of Under Oath.
Yeah.
2 tracks are a minute long. 1 is 30 seconds. All 3 of them fade in and fade out like it's a preview. So I'm wondering, are they ahead of the curve knowing that this is happening? Maybe it is killing pre-saves, and now you just upload your own pre-save song as an artist?
Does it say like
no
release?
Here, I'll pull it up on here. So here we go. So all these singles all came out recently. This one's 1 minute. Fade in. Fade out.
What?
This one, new release, 30 seconds.
It was 3 a.m.
I can't even.
It was 3 a.m. You can pray, but you're always gonna
Fade out. I don't
Does
know.
it have a release date somewhere?
It's already released. It's a single.
What?
This one came out today. It has
I wonder if
430
it's
plays.
to like push sales or something. Like interesting tactic, but that would royally piss me off.
I have no idea.
Like if that just popped up because it knows I love Under Oath.
Mhm.
Like I'm kind of surprised it hasn't just popped up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've got Define the Great Line on so many playlists.
I mean, I'll be honest. I was bummed because I was like, I got 3 new Under Oath songs to listen to because I didn't see the 4th one on my new releases list.
That's the craziest thing. Oh, and by the way, I can't share a Spotify link from DistroKid anymore.
So it's already in effect. That's wild.
That is wild. Because I mean, you used to be able to just like embed your DistroKid thing. I can't do it with Spotify right now unless I'm just totally missing it. So yeah, can't share Spotify links.
This seems like it could like bite them. Because doesn't that only push more traffic to Spotify?
Yeah,
Does that mean Instagram, you can't post, like you can't just share the album anymore and then it'll pop up with the preview?
I don't. That's wild. If that's the case,
If they just like burned all their third-party integration, then YouTube really is going to be on a come up, I think.
like, well, yeah. I mean, because you share YouTube Music with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you just get an ad served to you, which you would on Spotify anyway. So what's
Exactly.
yeah? May this be the death of Spotify. It has
Potentially.
arrived. Let's go.
As long as it's not a grass is always greener kind of situation.
What do you mean?
I mean, Spotify was the savior when they started.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
Yeah, but then they kept abusing a good thing.
That's true. And I mean, YouTube has not always made the best decisions in terms of their users and uploaders, but they have a lot of experience backing them potentially becoming a bigger name in the music streaming world.
Well, and I know Google is just as much a behemoth as Spotify, but at least they have their fingertips in other industries. Like,
They're not trying to bleed the well dry here.
I don't see the same monopolistic tendencies as Spotify. Like, who has consistently made sweeping decisions to lessen the artist,
Yeah.
take power from the artist.
Yeah. Which is one kind of, I guess, benefit that YouTube has in general. Like, the artist is the fuel
Yeah.
for the consumer. They were just smart enough to make a distribution service as the middleman.
They figured out monetization. It's not a perfect mechanism. Nothing is, but
It boggles my mind just understanding how much storage costs that they have. I don't remember the number. I think it's like 1 million videos a day uploaded.
It's insanity.
The amount of money that must cost for just storage, and all their videos are still there. You could not have access to your account in 15 years, and the video that you uploaded 15 years ago is still there.
Yeah. And you're probably still getting subscribers from it. That's what's wild.
Yeah. Man, oh man. We started very quickly
Sorry.
talking about Omnibus, and then we got sidetracked real hard.
We did.
Jeremy, what is Omnibus for the folks that are unawares?
So I don't use it. But it's basically Audiomovers makes it. Audiomovers is the same company that does Listen To. Think about it like Soundflower on meth. Probably can't say that on YouTube. Got to bleep that
You
out.
can. You just said mess with a lisp.
Yeah, meth. It's a methy Soundflower. So you could. It's a virtual like patch bay, I guess, for lack of a better term. I think you can use like actual virtual lines from your computer, whatever source you have, as well as NDI.
Yep.
Like
NDI and AVB.
Yeah. So like you could use your phone if you wanted to. You know, like the flexibility is crazy. It's not. It adds a little bit of latency depending on what you're trying to do with it. But the new release now, you're linking to machines.
Well, so the new release is. Let's see what is it called? I just saw it.
3.0.
Well, it's Omnibus 3, but the new plugin release is Minibus. It's an additional plugin that is kind of like a sidecar to Omnibus, and that allows you to link more than one device to the Omnibus chain. That's essentially
crazy. This is kind of like coming alongside Dante as a less confusing method, probably. I could see churches who are not mega churches like getting into Omnibus like crazy. If you could do this from multiple sources, oh my word.
So they did the NAMM announcement. There's nothing on their website about it right now. Except for this right here. This is the only little thing. And you have to sign up to a beta program to get any more information about it.
Interesting.
I did find an article, but it was really kind of just this. But allows you to transmit and receive multi-channel audio in the DAW to other machines on the same network using the NDI network protocol. The article gave a couple other sentences that just essentially said it's a companion plugin, allows multiple computers to connect and share audio via NDI for tasks like A and B comparison of immersive mixes, multi-channel monitor system switching, multiple machines in studio and live environments, that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you could transmit at least 12 channels of audio.
I think it's the full bandwidth of Omnibus 3, which is 256. Yeah. And it's only $40. Like Omnibus, the minibus is $40.
Omnibus is a little expensive if I remember.
I think it's 200. Let's listen to.
I do have their binaural renderer.
Yeah. Omnibus
one-time payment.
$200 of one-time payment. So $240 to also get the minibus with it. One-time payment. It's so sad that we're in a day and age when I get excited knowing that something is a one-time payment. Perpetual?
Yeah.
Yeah, 256 I/O channels per device. Up to 4 virtual audio devices. I didn't realize that. with just Omnibus. It mentions the Stream Deck. Are you aware of the, I think it's the Stream Deck Studio? Have you seen this?
With the knobs? Or
It's a rack mount. It's a 1U rack.
Oh, yeah.
Or 2U rack.
Yep.
But the whole thing is a Stream Deck. Did you know that it runs off of network, not local machine? So you plug that into like a network switcher and it can control anything on the network.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's dope. I sent you that.
What a time to be alive.
I sent you that desk build video. That same guy has one of the Stream Deck.
I want one of these.
Those are cool.
With the knobs. I can use it as a monitor controller.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see it. Sorry.
It's just your plain Jane Stream Deck.
With knobbies.
Knobby boys. I've been watching so many like project videos. I've told you this, Jeremy, on the phone over the last couple of weeks, but I'm turning into an old man. I watched an entire.
You're old. What am I?
I watched an entire video titled "Engineer Takes Apart 3D Printer," and it was a 58-minute video of an engineer screw by screw just talking and taking apart his entire 3D printer all the way, like unplugging everything from the motherboard and all that. I don't know why, Jeremy, but it tickled my brain. But I've been watching.
Get your tickles.
I sent him a video of this guy building an entire like custom studio desk out of aluminum bars.
Did he do the arms too? The 3D printing arms?
Mm-hmm.
Or is that a different one I saw?
He 3D printed a lot of stuff for that. Yeah. Including cable management. He has a dual PC system that are on aluminum rails that he got these like custom casters so he can put them in there. That way his desk can go up and down.
Oh,
dude, it's so cool. But that's the guy that had the Elgato Studio. And he just did a quick little synopsis of how it controls both PC setups, his Mac setup, which is behind him, all of his like NAS setup, and all the lights in the room because everything's on the network.
that's crazy. Like I wish to be that level of automated.
Yeah.
I have figured out if I just don't use the Apple Home app,
Mm-hmm.
then all of my automation stuff works around here all the time.
All mine at home is ran off of Google because years and years ago, a friend got us the Google Nest, I think it's called, the little tiny one, and everything's running off of that. We had problem with Morose, the company Morose.
Yeah.
Their bulbs were great for like a few months, and then they would turn themselves off, say that they couldn't be found on the network, unscrew them, screw them back in, re-add them to the app. They were fine for a few more months. But now we just Govee everything. And Govee has worked like a charm from day one. Power outage, it doesn't care. Wi-Fi goes out, it doesn't care.
Yeah. Everything I have is Morose. You have to use their app and control it with another app.
So the control worked fine using Google Home for us, or like the Google app, Google Home stuff. But the connectivity staying on the network was the problem.
Because it doesn't let it update it. Then it'll say like updating or not found. Like it's dumb. No.
Do you just have mostly bulbs and smart switches?
Smart switches.
Dude, the Govee stuff is really affordable now.
Yeah, I got to switch.
You could also make your own. I've been watching videos on that too.
I'm not going to do that.
No. I mean, that's more trouble than it's worth unless you're a tinkerer.
Welcome to Phantom Home Automation Hour.
I would love to just go through, get a new home and fully automate it.
Speaking of automation, and if Omnibus is a thing and Minibus could be on my computer in the tracking room, I could control all my gear from the new room.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's wild to me.
Yeah.
And then pair that with Jump, tap into any computer.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Holy moly, indeed. And now with Omnibus, you have to be on the network, right? You can't do it remotely.
As far as I know.
Yeah.
But if those two machines are on the network and I'm remoting into one of them, I'm on the network.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh, what a time to be alive. What a time. What else? This one's dumb, but we'll talk about it. Apple in the new iOS update 18.4, they're introducing ambient music feature. So they say directly in your control center, you can just swipe down, and they have 4 default modes of where to go: productivity, well-being, chill, and sleep. And my understanding is it is pulling that kind of mood of playlist from Apple Music. It's free. You don't have to have an Apple Music subscription. My understanding is as long as you're using it this way, you won't get commercials or anything like that, even if you don't have like a subscription for Apple Music. The caveat being, without a subscription, you can't control the tracks, skip songs, choose specific tracks, or set favorites for a custom playlist.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah. But if you do have a subscription, then right from the control center, you can set your own custom playlist mood. You can tailor those different moods to fit your own kind of style and stuff, which is kind of cool. They've had their like ambient noise feature for a little while.
I'm updating right now just to do this.
There you go.
That sounds awesome.
I don't know how many people use it, let alone how many people will ever even know it's there, but it's kind of cool.
I'm that guy though who like I will go seek out like a lo-fi track. Like when I'm getting the kids ready in the morning, if they're not watching like Bluey or something, if I get to the TV first, it's lo-fi.
That's a good point.
Start in the morning, right?
I'll use lo-fi like if I'm sitting down to start an edit for a video or something, throw lo-fi beats on, and it doesn't agitate me, but it's just like another step if it's not right on my homepage in my like recent listens or whatever.
Although YouTube Music is pretty good about like, especially times of day.
Yeah, I noticed that.
What it serves you at times, because when I'm at the gym and it knows I'm at the gym between like 8 and 10 in the morning, it's like, oh, well, you like this stuff. And then when I get home at night, I swear, like, even depending where you're at, it knows like, I'm at home. I don't see the stuff I listen to at the gym. It's like, oh, you probably want this like chill lo-fi playlist. Like, or if it's 6 in the morning and you're trying to make oatmeal for 2 crazy kids, then,
you don't want Born of Osiris at that point.
Right.
I don't know if this is new or if I just never noticed it. A couple of days ago, I was going through my YouTube Music settings. We got back to YouTube Music already.
Everything goes back to
I was going through the settings because I noticed that a song I listen to all the time sounded different. And it must have updated or something. It went back to default settings, so it was streaming normal mode instead of high quality.
Oh.
So I popped it back to high quality.
It was streaming Spotify mode.
Still better than Spotify.
Isn't that sad?
I think low quality is better than Spotify still. A little bit further down in the same menu is a way to even further custom tailor the algorithm for your YouTube Music account, where you can go in and like type artists that you like and I believe artists that you don't like.
Oh,
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't either.
I haven't played with it, but my YouTube algorithm is just screwed up beyond repair.
Like the music or
the music, yeah.
I'm curious what pops up on mine. At 1. Okay. Minus the Bear, Highly Refined Pirates, who are doing another farewell tour.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm going to go see that.
I haven't listened to Minus the Bear in a long time.
Thrice, Vanna,
yeah.
New Tune.
Yeah, I just listened to that one today.
Bryn Cartelli, man, I can't get enough of her. And Fickle Friends. I love YouTube Music.
Yeah. You would think that they'd be paying us for saying all these good things, but they're not.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Sponsored by someday.
Yeah, special, not even special. What's the word? Public announcement, I guess. You like free stuff? I like free stuff. Jeremy, do you like free stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. If you already don't have the Native Instruments Complete 15 Select version, you can get it for free if you have at least one of the middle MIDI controllers from Akai, Korg, Novation, Nectar, or M Audio.
So basically all of them.
Essentially, yeah. If you have a MIDI controller, you probably qualify. this is the Native Instruments hardware partner program that they just launched. So for Akai, any of the MPK mini series, which is what 90% of people have because they're affordable and work well. The Novation Launch Key MK3 or 4, their FL Key SL MK3, the Korg Key Stage, or the M Audio Oxygen series, which just like Akai is pretty much if you have an M Audio MIDI keyboard that you got within the last probably 10 years, it's probably an Oxygen series. That includes a bunch of plugins, but some of the more notable ones is Ozone Elements, Guitar Rig 7, Massive X, Battery 4. So some heavy hitter plugins.
They're also giving away those are the software side of the plugins they're giving away, but I think of the actual plugins, like you get their knockoffs of like the G-Bus stuff, 1176, like Sam was doing this.
Oh, interesting.
Like Replica, the delay plugin that I use on everything on my channel, and everybody's like, what is that? It's a killer delay. Replica XT, I think, is one of the things they're giving away. Room, RAUM, incredible reverb. Go check it out. I mean, free is free. I mean,
free is free. All you got to do is go to the Native Instrument website, and there should be a link to redeem all that stuff.
Yeah. Very cool plugins. Powerful plugins.
I have a lot of them already, but I'm going to go do it just to get the ones that I don't have.
I have literally everything that Native Instruments and Isotope make. Because now they bought Isotope.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Very crazy. I mean, that seemed like a behemoth in and of itself, and then Native Instruments like, nope, you're ours now.
I find it wild that Isotope, since I originally heard about them, have kept like iterating so frequently on all their plugins.
Yeah.
Which is good to see. Like, they're just constantly trying to improve
There's
them.
always support there, but yeah, there's like always something to learn with Isotope, and like especially in the RX series and the Ozone Advanced stuff.
Yeah,
anything of theirs that's advanced, it seems different than other stuff where you would call it advanced or pro. Like their advanced stuff is advanced and
you can do a lot,
insanely powerful, and kind of like hard to wrap your head around a little bit. This is like I got. Was it Neutron?
Neutron's. I pulled it up like 3 times. I'm like, I'm gonna stick to just picking a preset from a different one.
Well, and like some of the AI stuff, it's interesting to see what it does. I'm like, I wouldn't have done it like that, but I can see if you were learning, and just like somebody's opinion. Like if you're interning with somebody and you're taking files to them, you're like, what would you do here? They would spit out a bunch of things that they might do to that. And you might be like, I hate that idea. Same thing with AI. Like if you're sitting there with Neutron Advanced and you hit the AI assistant, it's like, here's what I would do with the track. You're like, I like this and this, but let's get rid of these things. But it's powerful if you want to learn. Like, but don't just do AI and leave it. Like,
very fair.
It'll help you learn the tools very fast.
Did you ever use Guitar Rig 7?
I never did.
Yeah. I never liked... I think I used Guitar Rig 6. I don't think I updated since 7 came out. But I never loved the sound of the amps and stuff in there.
Yeah.
That was fun to toy around with. What was really fun, though, was they have like wild effects built into that, and the way that you can chain them, run them parallel and stuff is really cool. So I would use Guitar Rig as like massive over the top virtual pedal board. And then
I do use it in that context.
Yeah.
When I want something weird, I go to Guitar Rig for the stomps.
Because that has room or realm or whatever built into it.
It does? Yeah, I haven't updated mine for a long time.
Yeah.
But if I want like a flange or a chorus, like I sometimes just pull that up.
Yeah. So that'd be fun. I haven't used Massive in years, but I know a lot of cats that love it.
Never have.
Yeah.
Massive or Battery. I kind of stick to my lane.
I haven't used Battery in a long time either, but I don't... If I program drums, I normally will drop them in myself or pad play them myself. I've never been a huge fan of drum machines.
Yeah.
You know?
Out of my element.
What else is on here? We already kind of talked about Suno. I don't have a whole lot of other stuff to say other than Amazon is still adding them to the Alexa Plus service, which is...
So what's the functionality there? Is that just...
I think it is Suno. You just say, hey...
create a something.
Mm-hmm. But you have to be... Alexa Plus, I guess, is their like premium service. There's obviously like a monthly fee for that. That part is whatever. I think it's kind of bold, I guess. But what I didn't realize is that since the beginning, Amazon has sunk $8 billion into Anthropic, which is kind of the, mommy company of Suno, and other various AI projects.
Suno being added to Amazon. Amazon what?
Alexa.
Oh.
I'm sorry, everybody, if I made your Amazon at-home device go off
not.
every single time I said
Hey,
it.
Alexa,
Ooh.
add sunscreen to my grocery list. Oh, Bob.
How did Apple get it so right with Siri where like nobody can make mine go off except for me? It only listens to my voice.
We're gonna get weird.
That's cool. That lets you preview the lyrics first and pick the option.
How about heavy hitting bro step? What is bro step?
It'll tell you.
We're gonna find out.
Run like a zigzag, zigzag. Nod your head, very good, win some. Some agenda cannot be me. No feeling like some people love me. Some of them feel like trying to see me, see them. I get premonition, second vision, tertiary vision. Yes, we see them from afar. Some questions get no clear explanation. Spin like butterfly, there's no happiness in this here world.
I told Suno to talk about itself being added.
Amazon, say the truth. Me only here for the funds. I don't give a RIP, take off RIP, the Migos. This could never do me wrong. Bass like I've been out of space round. Relaxing, do self-aim, say it with me. Cover mon ami.
Okay, did Suno just make a diss track?
Suno just made a diss track. And it's also, I don't assume that Suno knows what it's doing, but it says, hey, Alexa and Amazon, say the truth. Me only here for the funds. I don't give you a no. RIP takeoff. RIP the Migos. If we were to assume that Suno like wrote those things with intention and like has an understanding of what it is, it's like, oh, Suno's just here to make money. That's why they made the deal with Amazon, and other music's going to die because Suno's going to take over.
Yep. Hey, Alexa, Amazon, let's go jamboree. Take the money, fit the roll, swole, run like a zigzag, zigzag.
There are some questionable lyrics in here for sure.
Oh, well. Wow. Some agenda cannot be me. Not feeling like some people love me. Some of them feel like jealousy me. See them. I get premonition, second vision, tertiary vision. That's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
AI talking about itself. I mean, of course, we think it doesn't know what it's talking about.
Right.
We think.
Maybe it's actually just somebody on the other side feverishly typing responses. We never figured out AI. It's really just a dude in a cubicle pounding Red Bulls.
Have you ever been? Do you talk to ChatGPT much? Use like the speech function?
I never use the speech function.
I always do. And there's some points where it gets a little too real.
Have you seen the new Grok stuff?
No.
Dude.
Is that?
That's the X one.
Oh, okay.
It has different personalities where one is just like rude bitch, essentially.
I believe that.
Yeah. But it's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
I can see that,
Yeah.
honestly. Anyway.
Jeremy, we've beat around the bush enough.
The bush is beat.
The bush is beat. Tell me, do the Pro Tools meters change the sound?
Oh my God.
What was Bob Horn on and on about?
I think it's a troll. Like, honestly, I didn't know it had originally came from him. I mean, the dude's a smart guy. He's been around a long time, and he knows what he's doing more than I do. Way more successful than I will ever be. But like, I didn't know that's where it came from. Do you have it pulled up?
Some people think I'm crazy. The Pro Tools meters have a sound, and depending on which ones you choose, sound different. What meters do you use? Is it Pro Tools Classic?
I think it's the classic.
It's the worst one. The code written for the meters must be in a series to where they affect the audio. If you're summing, it gets recorded because you're printing back. I always say your best monitoring will help you make the best decisions. My ultimate combo that Pensado, me, and this tech from United Recording, he discovered. Linear extended on the masters and K14 on the tracks. The look takes a minute to get used to, but when you A/B that sound, it made me angry. Do you have subgroups?
Yeah.
Do you have masters with those subgroups?
No, it's just straight
a difference because it kicks up the bits.
I noticed this difference in my busing one time. All my drums were feeding the drum bus. Then I had my bus feeding one other bus and then feed that thing. So I had a series. There was one extra bus, took it off, and it was so much better. I said, that shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't, but there's things that happen like that.
So
I call BS on all of it.
so I don't know. I know enough about Pro Tools to make some sound happen.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an Ableton guy. I for sure don't know the back-end engineering of Pro Tools. But from my perspective, it's just a GUI.
It is. Well, and like that's a very analog mindset, right? Like, if you're on a console, your audio is going through those meters, or it's taking like a piece of that and like analyzing it. But in a digital world, you have data, right? Mm-hmm. And that data is either read or write. Like you can do those things with it. So
unless it's programmed to affect the data in an analog way, I don't know. I don't believe it. I have no idea.
Like, and I tested it. I mean, I stood there with my intern, Sam, and I was like, do you hear a difference? Like, because I had so many people like send me that clip. I didn't realize like who was in it. I was listening to it. Mm-hmm. But I was like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Mm-hmm. So we tested it because I use Pro Tools Classic for everything. So I switched to Linear and K14.
Are Linear and K14 just visually they look different?
Yeah, they're measuring like different points.
Okay.
So like nothing changes about the meter other than like where zero is and the ballistics of that meter. Mm-hmm.
Unless it's programmed differently.
I mean, I don't know. We tested it, and it completely nulled. So
yeah,
the only difference was because you're now measuring linearly, it's off by 2 samples. So if you try to do a null test, it's not going to null immediately because they're not
2 samples off. Yeah.
So when we adjusted those 2 samples, complete null, complete. Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Unless I'm missing something else. And I tested the bus thing too, just to see. And that's kind of horse crap too. Like, yeah. I use so many buses in what I do.
I mean, you kind of have to.
Well, and especially in my template now. Yeah. Like, I think stuff gets tossed between, I don't know, countless buses before it comes out. Yeah. But even then, does it matter?
That's what I was going to say. Even if it does make a difference, there's so much processing happening to the sound. Like, if you're doing a completely dry jazz track,
then you wouldn't be using buses.
Well, that's fair.
Buses have a purpose. Like you're going to process on a bus. Like that's the argument.
I prefer in a room.
The whole argument is kind of weird to me because you're not going to just bus something to put it there, right? That makes no sense. If the same could be said, like, well, yeah, when I put stuff through Upwork here, it sounds different. Mm-hmm. So we shouldn't do that. what are you talking about? Like you're getting out to do something with it and then bring it back.
But you should only do that if you have gold-plated Mogami cables.
Which I have in some places. And
That
I also have Hosa, and I can't tell the difference. So,
I don't know, man.
By the way,
just Bluetooth everything.
wired the whole new room up with Hosa
Yeah.
everywhere. Which there was a time where Hosa was like, we thought about it as crap. But now Hosa, their newer stuff, it's like some of my nicest cables that I have.
Nice.
Hosa, coming up, man.
The new room's cool.
Yeah. We didn't even talk about that.
We haven't even talked about it at all.
Should we just jump into
Some Rex.
Now it's time for Record Rex.
So, this is an oldie, but a very, very goodie. And I didn't realize how many places had, but discovered this with the good old crew back in the college era. I know for a fact we listened to it here during like one of my first sessions at Whisper. But I had just gotten this exact looper. I think it's like the Boss RC 300 or something like that, multi-pedal loop station.
Yeah.
And I saw this guy Bernhoft, and he blew my mind.
Come on and talk to me, I will try my come on and talk to me, I will try my utmost to be honest with you. Try to be honest with you every single word.
Pretty straightforward so far.
Be honest with you. Try to be honest with you every single word. Come on and talk to me. Come on and talk to me, I will try my utmost to be honest with you. Try to be honest with you every single come on and talk to me, I will try.
Where's that bass coming from? Oh, his acoustic. He's got some big old fat strings.
Oh, he's not using like a plug-in either.
No.
This is a big bass
Thinking
string.
is the end of a family affair.
He's got a voice.
Things that went wrong in a manner of speaking.
Two bass strings.
Now you got me feeling so
Whoa.
sorry.
Right?
That's cool,
Isn't
kid.
it cool? So,
That takes some brain power.
and you don't get to see it as, so first of all, that's a live take. It's a live video, but he's triggering like portions of some of his vocal samples while he's doing all these parts too, but not doing them in full sections. So that's Come On Talk by Bernhoft. He has a bunch of really good music out there. Potentially you've heard of him already. Lots and lots of plays and views across the platforms, but it just popped up on YouTube, and I haven't listened to this song in over 10 years, I don't think. So it was a trip down memory lane, pulling up the video and be like, oh yeah, I forgot how I might be 5 million of those 11 million views.
Pull up Thrice Digital C. I may have wrecked this once already, but there's a couple records you just go back to in springtime, and this is one of them.
Yeah, I don't know if it was this. I think you have done Thrice before, but I don't know if it was this one.
This whole
It was the Alchemy Index, yeah.
yeah.
But that's okay.
So for those who haven't, the Alchemy Index is like 4 little mini records from Thrice, released in
Teeny
pairs.
tiny. They're this big.
Like 5 or 6 songs on each one. So when you bought them, and we bought these records, the first one was Fire and Water, and the second one was Earth and Wind. The Fire and Water was my favorite. But the Water one, Digital C, it's like they just encapsulated this like feeling of it's. Ugh. I don't know why this is my spring windows down record.
Really?
I'm a dark boy, aren't I?
That's okay.
Got some demons.
Some mysterious demons.
Well, the thing I like about this record too, they do not care about radio play. Like they're just making music. I would love to mix this in Atmos.
That'd be crazy. So many like extra little ear candy happening too.
And the lyrical content of a band like Thrice, like Dustin Kendry's the singer, he's a genius. It just feels good.
Feels
The
very
whole
good.
record, it's just a ride, man. Probably wrecked it once before. I don't care.
I mean, you've wrecked the entire set of albums, but I think that was like not a single song recommendation. So
Okay, I'll take it.
It's
I'll
valid,
take that as a
still
win.
counts.
I didn't see it on my Record Rex playlist, so that's why I popped it up.
it might have been one of the very first ones, honestly.
Ooh, yeah, it probably was.
Yeah.
If it was on there, it was one of the first ones.
Yeah. Very good. Like I said earlier, if you want to go catch those UA pedal sales, consider hitting that affiliate link if you want to. That works for everything on Spotify, or on not Spotify, everything on Sweetwater.
You're getting affiliate sales from Spotify now?
No way, Jose.
No, thank you.
But if not, that's cool too. We'd also take a very kind subscribe, like, if you want to do that.
Comment.
If you dislike it, you can go ahead and hit the dislike button. That's fine.
Hit it twice.
But make sure you comment and tell us how much you hated it.
That's the
That'd be
caveat.
helpful. Yeah,
We don't get nearly enough hate comments, so
that's true. Only there was one last week.
Oh, really? What was it?
This video was way too long. And you know what? Fair. Last week was like an hour and a half. We had a lot of DIs to try out, man.
Who says that on a podcast?
I don't know.
Cool.
I like to think that it auto played for them or something. They're on the couch and they're just like, it never ends. But I just can't get up and stop it.
You poor guy. Oh, poor guy. All right.
With all that said, appreciate you sticking around. Thanks for watching. The handful of you that are always here back week after week after week. It's very much appreciated. Love seeing you in the comments. Keep stopping by. Tell some friends, family, dogs, cats, all of them. You know, if you have pets and you have to leave them at home alone, throw the podcast on. Give them some company. Let them learn a few things.
We're dog people.
Yeah, indeed. I'm a human people, but
Put a dog in the comments.
there you go. Drop a little doggo down there.
Little woof woof.
All right. Bye.
Bye.